Game number one, the group stage, is about to close out. We have 3 matches left in total, and one of them is Germany against the United Kingdom. And this match actually decides quite a bit. UK has a chance to make it into second spot and to kick the Ukraine out of the tournament. So pretty much at this point, if UK wins against Germany, then they are in and they make it into the playoffs. If they lose, then Ukraine takes their place and will advance together with Germany. So Germany is pretty much through no matter what. It's just a question, who do they get out of the group with? Is it going to be UK or is it going to be Ukraine? Again, additional information about the group stage, you can find all of that at khaldor.tv. And if you want to check out the live stream, if you're watching this on YouTube right now, first of all, thumbs up on the video and subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. But if you want to have additional information about upcoming live streams, you can go to khaldor.tv as well. The website has a stream schedule now where you can see when those matches are being played out live on Twitch. Well, with that said, in our first map, or on our first map, the Draft and Battlefield of Eternity, the first thing that happens against the Germans, they ban the Panzer. So no tank in this game, no Sergeant Hammer, Hazo Ops. It's actually not even a meme ban, it's honestly a really strong one against Germany, since Hazo Ops is really strong on that hero. He's not the only one. But in this case, they are banning out Hammer so that the Germans can't really set this strong pocket up that Hazops usually finds himself in, or Chris, depending on who plays. And yeah, then they kill all of this. But let's see how this is going to work out now. For the first time, we have the ban against Alarak as well. Tracer gets banned out. And I guess maybe even Zeratul. I mean, Battlefield of Eternity, the question is, do you really ban Zeratul here? But if you want to target Tai on the other side, which most of the teams have done so far, that might be a ban that you consider. Now, Tai is definitely the player that has the biggest reputation for the UK team, who have been off to a really rough start into the group. But there's a Vala ban instead, which isn't bad either. I mean, it's another hero that they picked nearly anytime they could. But there's the Li Ming pick. Interestingly enough, Billy has taken it right now. So I assume that they're going to switch this over unless they change things dramatically, because Billy was their support player so far. But here comes the double pick, and Germany. What are we going to see from the Germans? Happy Germans or sour Krauts? That's the big question that we have to answer here today. And as it stands, it is Malfurion and Hanzo. Okay. Hanzo, always nice to get the Immortal rather quickly, and Malfurion is another fantastic pick, one way or another. In addition to that, UK has played a lot with Malfurion in the past, especially Billy on the support role usually loves to play him. So that's a bit of a deny pick too, outside of the fact that Malfurion is just great. So that works. And there's the Mal'Ganis pick, and Chen, the front line is set. Alright, it's Panna time on the offlane again. And together with that, they go straight in for the Vampire, which means that you could ban out a support at this point. Could ban Rhaegar, for example, if that's something that you're worried about. First of all, camp control is with him quite nice, and here adds a bit more damage also on the objective, so that's one possible ban that we see here. Or you ban out Anna for the nano boost deny, which is exactly what they're doing. So they leave Rhaegar open, which is one possible pick. Depending on how aggressive you want to play with it, you could theoretically also go for Kharazim on the map, even though the hero isn't really a high priority by any team. Maybe a little bit more played in the US, I would say. There's a couple of matches that we've casted lately where we've seen Collusion and others go into Kharazim. Liking the hero, it's more of a preference pick than anything else, I suppose. There's the ban against ETC, still great on Battlefield of Eternity, but that leaves open a possible pick into Johanna. Garrosh is still around, could even go into a Garrosh Zarya setup, which is traditionally something that Lauer's fan club does more so than anybody else. But if they wanted to, they have the option of now running this. With the speed bubble on level 4, Garrosh gets even more dangerous against an opponent, so that's something that you feel is going to give you safety, then hell yeah, go for it. Garrosh gets indeed picked, but it's Blaze together with him for the offlane against Chen, and also for the bunker, of course. And let's see what the draft is running out through with United Kingdom. Rhaegar would be a likely pick. There's a bit more available, of course, but Rhaegar still quite strong and usually one of the top picks here on the European scene when it comes to the supports outside of Malfurion and Anna. And together with that, we need a bit more sustainable damage, so let's see what they rely upon. Sylvanas for the damage. Ooh, and Anduin. All right. The Crybaby gets taken. Fair enough, fair enough. There we go. So, with that, final pick for Nick. Carrigan is up. Loves to play with it. Nick is really the wild card these days, isn't he? I mean, he's the one who always throws heroes out where you're just like, ooh, is he going to deliver or not? His Carrigan is infamous at this point, but what is it going to be on Battlefield of Eternity? Ah, the Chrome Star, Chromie again. Alright, our favorite dragon makes it into another game. Map number 1 in the series between Germany and the United Kingdom, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go! The Germans on the left side of the map, Battlefield of Eternity with Death Knight on Garrosh, X-Ray on Malfurion, Hazops on Blaze, Nick on Chromie, and Ultralisk on Hanzo. Over to the right side of the map, it's Ty on Anduin. Like, what the hell happened here? Ty on support? What are they smoking over there in the UK? Galaxy on Sylvanas, Brad Bucket on Chen, we have Billy on Liming, and Mac the Kid on Mal'Ganis. Now, I'm a little bit surprised to see this setup. I mean, Ty has made a big name for himself on the damage dealers in Granite Gaming and Lauber's Fan Club, and seeing him on the support now and Billy instead on the damage dealer is pretty interesting. Now, if Ty somehow managed to teach Anduin how to use a sword and actually use that thing aggressively, then maybe he has a bit more of an impact on the damage front with a hero. But we would still expect him to be on a damage dealer regardless. So seeing him on the healer role is actually more than a little bit of a surprise, at least to me. But I'm intrigued. I mean, again, as I said before, the start into the tournament was a pretty rough one for the United Kingdom. They did not well at all. They really struggled. So they needed to shake things up a little bit, but I didn't really expect them to put Ty into a support role. But let's see if that works out for him. Honestly, I'm really curious, because this is where everything's on the line for the UK. They need to win here. If they don't take down Germany, then Ukraine is going to advance with Germany out of the group. So this is pretty much the last chance for the UK to make a change here. Currently, X-Ray and Ultralisk sitting at the bot side. Death Knight is still guarding this entire setup, and Nick is shelling away against the structures the entire time, just attempting to take down the first tower without any trouble. You have to, of course, realize this is a 4 versus 3 at the bottom of the map, since the top lane with Sylvanas is a 2 versus 1 setup against Hazops, which so far is working out quite nicely for the team in red, since they have the Sylvanas additional push power, and Hazops is barely able to hold that lane. But there's a lot of pressure bottom side too, especially now, of course, since we have the camp taken. The setup against Nick. Mac comes in. Alright, there's the time trap. And Anduin with a quick save just before Mal'Ganis gets turned into a pincushion by Ultralisk's Hanzo. Okay, so with this, let's have a quick look at that. I mean, obviously at the top side, that fort is not really made for the ages. This thing is already falling rather rapidly. Hazops is trying his best, but he needs assistance, and this is why Hanzo is rotating topside. But this early game is pretty fantastic for UK. Honestly, even if Galaxy goes down here, that's a worthy trade, one way or another. I mean, I don't really care if they get the kill or not, but them dropping the fort pretty much before anything else happens is big. Now, we have the Force Armor on level 1 for Billy on his Living. Now we also have the Charge Blast on level 4. The quests are coming through for the blue team slowly but steadily with the new habits for Blaze, but he's been zoned out for most of those globes too in that 2 versus 1 setup. So the start is actually really good for UK. This is probably one of the best starts in this tournament in any of the maps that they've played thus far. But, well, let's see. There's the objective. Oh, ho, 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 baby! And there's the hit. You can't give Nick an opportunity like that. That's a bullseye right on top of Sylvanas, and Nick just licks his finger quickly, checks the wind direction, and then gets the Sandblast through and hits it hard. That's a kill, and that's the first blood in the game, and they're looking for the second kill too. Bread Bucket is losing a lot of HP here on Chen, and, well, we see him fall together with Garrosh. So both of them dead, and the Immortal also gets manhandled by Germany. Oh. The Krauts, once again, showing that typical German aggression. Krankenwagen! Schmetterling! As they go in and destroy the hopes and dreams on objective number 1 for the UK. So they have at least a halftime show locked down quite easily for themselves. But let's see if they can do a little bit more with it. Well, there comes the attack, and Hazo is obviously... oh, sorry. Is it Hazo? No, it's not Hazo. What am I talking about? Hanzo! Hanzo, that's the one that I'm looking for. He's the one trying to move straight in with another quick quest hit. So he can take this out. I have to also admit, by the way, that the fort at the top lane being taken down this quickly is a big win for the UK. But just look down to the bottom of the map. The fort on their end is also incredibly low. So that's another real big change. And another kill. They go in with a quick drop against Mal'Ganis. That's 3 kills against 1 now. And they want the objective now. And honestly, I mean, is this going to change? No, of course not. Ultralus comes in with another serrated arrow, and that is the end of Immortal number 1. Big win for Germany on this one. And yeah, that thing is going to travel topside as the experience at the bottom of the map is being picked up by Hazorps. Galaxy and Breadbucket are still trying to make the same play that they did previously and go straight in for fort number 2. Hazo zoning that out for now. But there's the jump, and I gotta say, Blaze is in trouble. Blaze is down. Soaked a lot of the experience, but not enough, and that's another fort that's going to be taken down eventually. Ultralus comes in to help out, but I kind of like this setup. This is a really nasty setup from the UK. This constant combo with Chen and Sylvanas just going for structures instead of trying to defend here, and it nets them another fort. This one is going to fall as well. And the Germans are sitting there, and the only thing that they can think is 9! But it goes down. They can complain all day long. It doesn't really matter. It goes down, and they themselves, they are still attempting to take one down at the top, but they're not able to secure that yet. So that's unfortunate for them. Big win, on the other hand, for the UK. And yeah, they might have lost the objective. They might be behind in kills, but they have taken down both forts on the opponent's side, so that's a huge win for them. So far, their strategy is working well. Level 10 might change that a little bit. Hazorps is already rushing away from that aggressive Panda, as the foreman at the top is at least trying to control the camp experience as much as they can. They want to take this fort. I mean, they have to eventually destroy a couple of structures here. So the entire team is just like gathering the best minds at the top and thinking, okay guys, are we going for the fort now? Are we sure? Are we going for the fort? And all the Germans are on the same page here. Jawohl! Jawohl! And they go straight in. Take it down, and that one is eliminated quite easily. UK is still on the run, but you have to be careful here because, well, both of the teams are closing in on level 10. But look at Hazo. He's alone at the bot lane. And he's just telling them, listen, boys, I've been holding this off for as long as I could, but you need to seriously help me out there. That slowdown allows the rotation to come in, though, and they are going for Hazo. But I gotta tell you, they are going to lose at least one hero. There's already the time trap. They try to at least get the counter kill. That's not gonna happen. And as you can see, there's the immediate attack against Galaxy now, too. Trying to rush away. There's a throw forward. The rest of the team is moving in, too, as Nick gets actually put down. Nick is down. The Panda is eliminated. It's a 4 versus 4, but level 10 abilities on the side of the UK team are already allowing them to go in straight for the fight here. Death Knight is in trouble, and he goes down too. There's the level 10 on the other side as the Germans are getting the bunker into play, but it's too late to save Nick's ass. So with that, we have the quick kill against Chromie, the kill against Garrosh. The Immortal is on the map, and now they are starting to jump straight in for the next game. But this over here is quite a nuisance. It's going to help them to at least put some damage onto the keep wall itself. But there's the halftime show. Big win for the UK now. Okay. Well, let's see. Right now, 4 kills against 4. 32 stacks also for Chromie. Trying to go for the Sandblast. Trying to go for the Echo. Let's check this out. I mean, at this point, they're getting only the camps. Nobody's really going for any aggressive moves. Both of them go for the Shaman camp, and that's it. But it's a 5 versus 5 now. Nearly even experience. And Chromie gets her level 13, which means that we have a timeout available for Nick, and that's, of course, a big game changer. Right there. And let's see. Let's see what he can actually pull it off with this. Can the Germans do it? They're actually poking quite nicely. I mean, Ultralus with Hanzo gets one shot in after another, and thanks to his level 4 talent and a completed level 1 quest, they're really starting to get serious poke damage in. The problem is that eventually the UK has to make a move here. They can't just sit around and let that happen. The longer they just look and don't do anything, the more they will lose on the Immortal, and eventually they're gonna lose this one. I mean, just look at it. It's already down to 7,000 HP. They were ahead as the halftime show started. They won that whole thing. They at least were able to go down to the bottom of the map and take down the opponent's Shaman camp, so that was a bit victory. Hazops is at the top side now, trying to do the same thing on the other side, but the fight is starting to come in. Once more, Death Knight at the front, and the big boy arrow starting to stun as the Immortal helps out too, and that's a kill against Mal'Ganis. Down goes Garrosh, the quest for Chromie completed as the bunker is on the ground. Hazo is looking for another stun, and Billy barely manages to get a teleport out of harm's way. But the fight isn't over yet. Ultralisk moves in, and with the help of the remaining heroes, they are most likely going to grab this one. Or are they? Ultralisk is helping the rest of the team out, and they're losing out on the Immortal, but they're trying to at least get a kill. Here comes Anduin with his ult, but that wasn't in any way successful. Bragg bucket is low, so are Billy and Ty, but the problem is that all of them are still alive. So as long as nobody falls, this is still a pretty big win for the UK. 13 is in their hands. Hanzo jumps away, maybe a little bit of damage against... Nah, not quite. Against Galaxy, but it's not happening. Yeah, the UK, great game for them so far. Good start, 5 kills against 5, but thanks to the Chen Sylvanas setup, they're doing extremely well here. So moving down to the bottom, trying to go for the keep. Unlikely to happen, but it's most likely going to take at least some damage. And talking damage, let's take a quick look at it. 22,000 from Hanzo, 22,000 from Chromie, both of them looking solid. It's Li Ming who's currently sitting at 17,000, supplies the most damage for the red team. Shortly behind that we have Sylvanas on 16k. But still a very respectable setup that they have here. Now even an attempt to go for the bottom of the map again, but it's most likely only going to result in the Shaman camp taken. Oh sorry, the Khazra camp. And I guess we see that fort being eliminated. At least there's nothing to really stop that from happening. Top side, that's a different story. Sylvanas is already moving through. The camp has been taken there as well. And as long as Hazops is all alone there, he won't be able to do anything. They need to rotate top side quickly. And that's exactly what they're doing right now. Hearthstoning back as we speak. And, well... not so far. Over here... that fort is still in play. This is actually a little bit ridiculous that that thing has not been taken down. This was on 0-8 points ever since the early game, ever since Immortal number 1, but so far nobody has delivered the final blow here. So much for the German efficiency. That push at the bottom of the map was not ineffective, but it certainly wasn't very efficient. And that fort is still there. That's a keeper. But as it stands, what else do we have now? We have the next Immortal being announced, and, well, the objective is roughly spawning at the same time as the Shaman camps are coming back. So likely we're going to see the teams not go for that straight away. And Hazops is finally going to get this one, isn't he? There we go. That's an efficient oil spill right there. Yeah, if we pollute the environment in Germany, then we do it right. And we take down a few forts with that. But again... a little bit of a sleep setup. Okay, Chromie comes in. The arrow goes wide. No German efficiency there. And Death Knight gets locked down. And that's the end of Garrosh. Garrosh dead all of a sudden. The UK in full force rushing to the front. I gotta admit that these light bombs are not gonna do jack shit. I mean, the entire time, every single time I've seen a light bomb, the hero was miles away from a team fight. So it never really did anything for them. But as it... oh! What the hell? Malfurion with a big boy silence. That Twilight Dream did work. Chen goes down. And yeah, Germany, they might have lost Garrosh early on, but that kill was just perfect. Really well played here by X-Ray. That was a fantastic Twilight Dream from him. Now they're starting to jump in straight for the Immortal in the halftime show, but I also want to direct your eyes quickly to the experience, because level 16 is so close for the UK that it might become a big problem over this objective. Germany has to rush this one. They honestly have to attack this one as quickly as they can. I'm a bit surprised that Ultralisk is even moving away from this, because he's one of the main damage dealers for Germany. He is needed right now. They can't poke around this for much longer. They are not gonna get the level 16 talent, so now it's just poke time. It's just poke time from all angles. Germany is just sitting tight and saying, okay guys, don't fight, try and run around them. Just poke, 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 poke. And it will be tricky because they can't engage into a direct fight, so they're just trying to get close as close as they can. Hazorbs wants to have a little bit more oil spill here. Alright, they're actually locking down Mac the Kid. He gets saved for now. More poke against the Immortal. That's a lot of damage. Can they get the kill though? Garrosh goes down. Oh, look at that light bomb value. But the Immortal is taken by Germany. They're losing 2, they're losing 3. And yep. That's why I don't really understand why Ultralisk moved back in the first place. I mean, I get what he wanted to do. He wanted to tap mana, but I think it would have been a way better deal to go just simply for the objective and then fall back. And now they are going to go for a core. Yeah, 3 heroes down. Congratulations, you just took the Immortal, but, well, we got news for you because we don't give a shit. We just go for the core instead. I'm not sure though if they can really pull it off because it's 6 seconds until, only 3 until Garrosh is back, and he has his ult up. Can they get some damage in? They're trying, 50%. They're moving in as we speak. Here comes the taunt. Nah, they're gonna take it right now. UK, ladies and gentlemen, with the lead against Germany in this best of 3. GG and well played. Well done by the red team here against Germany. Game number 2, as the Germans slowly turn into sour Krauts, the UK is finally happy and able to beat Germany at football anymore. But as it turns out, at least on map number 1, they were able to kick the Germans' ass on in Heroes of the Storm. So that's something. I mean, let's go into map number 2 and see if the Germans can change things up here. Where's that German efficiency? I mean, they were pretty efficient at the end of the game in throwing the game away, but, well, you kind of want to aim for the victory here. So this is one of the things where we have to see if they can actually pull that off. But the UK, I gotta admit, the change of Billy into the damage role seemed to work out for them. So the Ty in the support role is odd. It's really weird. It's really something where I'm looking at it and was like, what? That's a strange one. But as it is, it worked. And maybe that was the change they needed. Then again, that Chen Sylvana setup was very annoying, and the first thing out of the gate is Germany banning out Chen. Just looking at the panda and saying like, okay, screw that shit, we're not going to go into this again. This just destroyed our top lane, and it destroyed our structures. This time you're not going to walk away with that big of a lead. And UK sticks true to the hammer ban, and for good reason. You don't want to give the Germans too many tanks. It didn't really work well in the past. We all know what happened there. We don't need a repetition, so yeah, let's keep them away from those bad boys. But, well, with ban number 2, what else is going to happen here? First of all, the question, of course, still remains, do they ban out Sylvanas too? Probably not. Normally I would have actually said they pick Sylvanas for themselves, for Chris, but Chris is today not playing with the German team. I assume that he just couldn't make it and will be ready for the playoffs again. Most of the teams have 1 or 2 sub-players in their lineup that they can switch in whenever one of their core players is not able to make it here. So most of the team rosters have 6 to 7 heroes instead of only 5. But there's the Vala ban again, so targeting still Ty a little bit, which is becoming now a bit more odd. You see that there's no Tracer ban coming through this time, because they are not quite sure what exactly is happening here, with Ty and Billy all of a sudden swapping roles. Yeah, Alarak gets banned out too. And, well, with this, the big question was the first pick. Are we maybe even seeing a Tracer play on the side of Germany? One of the reasons, could be one of the reasons why they didn't ban her. Either they don't respect her in this case, or they feel they need to shift into a different priority, or they're just thinking about picking Tracer for themselves. Both possible. But there comes Johanna. Pretty shitty skin for her, by the way. Not really a fan. I gotta admit, most of the Johanna skins are a little bit meh. Personally, I'm still a fan of the, what is it, the Crusader skin? No, it's not a Crusader skin. I actually kind of forgot what it's called, but the purple version of it is kind of okayish. Blaze and Malfurion. Okay, so you kind of want to think about Tracer at this point. Either banning her out as the 3rd ban, or picking her up for yourself, because Ty could still play the hero, and you have now Malfurion on the other team too, which is the best support together with Tracer. So you kind of want to make sure that this is working out.
Anna checking in.
Alright, Anna and Rexa. Rexa in play. And so far, so good. We have the Sadomaso Master, again, at the bottom of the map here. Still strong hero on the offlane. And, well, Ana, also good setup for any kind of mage, which we could see now banned out against them. Well, at least one. Chromie, Liming, a lot available here. Jaina, of course, too. She's getting banned. So maybe a chance of picking Liming away. Tai could pick that. Is it a Tracer ban? That's the first question. Is Tracer being banned, yes or no? And if Tracer is let through, is the UK actually picking her? I mean, home advantage, right? Not quite Volsky Foundry, but at least the hero pick. Do we have a German hero actually in the game? I mean, we don't have Reinhardt yet. I guess eventually Blizzard might think about dropping him into the game. But right now, I honestly don't even know. I don't really think so. That is incredibly racist. It's like, Blizzard, please. UK heroes in the game? Have a Russian hero? Where's the German hero? Where's the efficiency coming through? We need a single target insta-kill. I guess Abathar is German. Is Abathar German? Abathar is German. He's extremely efficient. He has no real sense of humor. He's always talking about that stuff. Abathar has to be German. There's a Tracer ban, by the way, in the Liming pickup as expected. So yeah. Deckard Cain could be German. Old man with a stick. Just yapping all day. Sounds very German. We got a lot of those. And, well, Morganas as a setup, lasers to follow up. It's a pretty good setup, actually, for the UK. But I also like what Germany has. Ah, Gul'dan and Junkrat. Okay, so yeah, this is a pretty solid setup for them, for sure. Okay, so this is a pretty cool one for Germany. But I also like what the UK has so far locked in. Now we need a bit more damage for them. But this Junkrat Gul'dan lineup is already solid. And Rexa on the offlane for Hazu is pretty sweet. So let's see what we get on the last pick. Galaxy. Ho, ho, ho! Nazeebo! Okay, so someone believes in the power of level 20. Ladies and gentlemen, game number 2, Volskaya Foundry, the UK against Germany, as we're heading into the second map of this best of 3 series. Game on, ladies and gentlemen! The Germans with Death Knight on Johanna in game number 2, X-Ray on Ana, Hazuops on Rexa, Ultralisk on Junkrat, and Nick on Gul'dan. Feels a little bit bad, man, that we don't have a Carrigan in this game, but still, Nick on Gul'dan should be quite interesting too. Galaxy on the right side of the map is playing Nazeebo, changed of course in the patch a little bit. Level 1 talent is most likely going to reflect that. Billy on Malfurion, Ty on Liming, Brad Bucket on Blaze, and Mac the Kid on Mal'Ganis. And yes, there it is! The Thing of the Deep, the additional spell power in addition to Nazeebo's range increase. So let's see if that's going to be enough for him to really have a powerful setup here. A level 20 with the Vile Infection could obviously help their chances of winning this one too. But there is a ton of wave clear and a lot of pressure play from Germany available to them if they can lock in a couple of kills. So I am very, very excited for this one. Germany did not really shine on the last map. It feels like the draft that we saw from the UK team was just a little bit too strong, something they didn't really expect to that extent and then got caught off guard there. Now can they turn this around, yes or no? That's the big question at this point. Nazeebo already trying to get something done here, and Galaxy is on the run as he realizes, well, I might be slightly out of position if they can catch me here. And Nick on Gul'dan riding the money pick in style, as you always should. I mean, one of the best mounts, what am I saying here? The best mount in the game. A piece of bacon that shits money. Can't beat that. But with teams now focusing onto the first turret, it actually turns out that there was even an attempt by the UK to go for the healing beacon first. But now they have to double check if they can get their own turret in time, because Germany has already grabbed that item. So they have a small advantage on that end. And in comes the attack through the middle of the map, as the Germans are slowly starting to rotate towards the potential healing beacon fight that we could see right here now on the support camp. And yes, they move in for it. So they're already starting to do exactly that. And, well, let's see. Yeah, that should be an easy one for them. Oh, unless there's a setup like this one. And Mac the Kid is already moving in, alright. A little bit of control that we have from Junkrat, and it looks like Mac might be in trouble. There's again Liming's flank with the side damage, but it's not enough. And Hazo picks up the healing beacon for the team right now. goes into the Hunter-Gatherer on level 4 for Misha. So we're all good in the hood right now with the extra armor that is going to come through eventually for Rexa and Misha in this game. As level 4 brings us the Strangling Vines for Malfurion. And in addition to that, the Charged Blast for Li Ming. Okay, so item advantage for Germany. And with that, at this point already, Ultralisk getting his camp over to the right side. They're leaving Billy a little bit alone. Malfurion is not going to take that. Honestly, Malfurion has a better chance of convincing all of those here that they should join his cause instead of just taking them down. He's not really a hero that is known for his wave clear and damage output in a setup like this, especially this early in the game. Later on, that can change, depending on the setup. But either way, as it stands, as the first objective on the map, Volskaya Foundry, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see who takes Protector number 1. So far, the Germans with the aggression against Mac the Kid. Few more stacks for Gul'dan, who's now sitting at 15. So Nick is doing fairly well early on in the game, considering that we didn't even have a single objective just yet. And he gets the Fell Flames connected over and over again. There's another one. Where are the stacks for his level 1? Trying to get the Fell Flame damage through as quickly as he can. Good wave clear, of course. And Germany takes the lead as we see UK fight for the early level 7 talent, which they pick up, so that gives us Calamity. And in addition to that, another change talent, the Dead Rush. Okay. More zombie damage here, as we have Blizzard changing the Zebo quite a bit, and apparently that brings him, at least for this series, back into the meta. That's going to be a thing that will last, that's a different question, but we need a bit more time in order to answer that. For now, though, he's definitely part of this game, and they're trying to go for the kill, and they get Misha. Misha's down, Harsops is a little bit low too, and he's not the only one. Death Knight falls, and that's a kill against Jojo, despite the fact that Brad Bucket is really low too. 20 stacks on Gul'dan. And this is a big win for now for the UK, as they take the first win in this one. Nice! Look at Misha. Total hero. The combo comes from Li Ming, and Misha just, without fear, plays Bruno Mars, jumps in, takes a grenade, aka Li Ming combo, for the rest of the team, and therefore no damage against Junkrat. Nicely done. Misha is a pal. Misha is a true friend. It's not one of those phony Facebook friends that you have, you know, that you talk to once in a lifetime or so, that you haven't seen in years. No, no, no. Misha is a real buddy. Misha comes in and helps you when the shit hits the fan, and that's exactly where you need Misha. Well, Hazu eats the combo, though. Misha was apparently not friendly enough to him. In comes Mal'Ganis with a kill attempt, but Ana is there, and with the pew pew pew, we see the hit points just increasing. Ultralisk is also still there. 99%. There's a bit more zone control as Junkrat comes in with displacement. Combos get dodged, and all of a sudden Germany takes over the control of the healing, of the checkpoint again. That might actually give them the first one, but no kill thus far. Misha holding the spot, gets taken down once more. And Johanna, without the iron skin, is trying to hold the position a little bit longer, but Death Knight really is in trouble. And the combo that come out from Tai is just too much. Calamity comes in for the kill, and Nick is able to at least take down Blaze. But as you can tell, the first Protector is taken by the UK. Now, I looked into the groups a little bit earlier again, and if I didn't misread any of the tables here, then Germany should actually be secured in the #1 position in this group one way or another. It depends a little bit on what gets prioritized first by the Nations Cup organizers, if they look at the direct comparison first, or if it's the map difference that has first priority. Traditionally, you would look at the difference in maps first, and then even with the 2-0 victory, UK would only be able to take the #2 spot in the group. I'm not 100% certain on it, so Germany better fight for this as much as they can to at least take even one map. But one way or another, if the UK is able to win this series, they are through the group together with Germany. That is an undeniable fact. And the UK is actually really bullying this around. I mean, they get the kill against Junkrat. They have taken a lot of damage on, well, on a few of the heroes, and they might even lose a few now, but they've taken the opponent's fountain at the top apart, and they've also put damage onto the fort itself. So far, 3 kills against 1. Annihilating Spirit, or Revenue Spirit. We're not quite on level 20 yet, and I also would expect the Vital Infection instead. So, yep, Revenue Spirit has been claimed. Both teams with their level They're level 10s now. But Nazeebo also is getting a lot of stacks together. Sitting at 108 already, which is really, really solid. And he will easily have the number that he needs in order to get the Viral Infection value on level 20, if it ever comes to that. And on this map, it's more than a little bit likely. Unless Germany gets the act together and starts pushing hard with Junkrat and Nazeebo, that should definitely come through. Here comes the level 1 quest completed, therefore unstoppable frames from Blaze makes it a lot easier for him to sustain himself at the front line against the Blessed Shield from Jojo. Talking about the Blessed Shield on Jojo, already using it. The Horrify comes through against Tai a second afterwards, but there's still no kill. No kill, and the Nano Boost on Nick didn't do anything. He survives with 5 hit points, but they still could not pick up that kill. Or will they be able to pull it off eventually? Tai is a little bit lost here. You can run, but you can't hide, baby. The thing is, if he is... You are shitting me. Really? Since when are the Germans known for a lot of mercy? What's going on here? That's not German efficiency we're talking about here. That is Deutsche Bahn niveau what we're currently experiencing at this point. There's no precision, no punctuality, no nothing. They actually have vision on Liming for a long time with Misha, and then they simply let Tai Hearth back? For real? Okay, so Germany now behind by half a level. Level 13 talents are in play a little bit quicker for the United Kingdom, as you would expect after they took Protector number 1. And that top lane is going to become a big issue. So with that said, let's have a quick look at the damage. 27,000 for Liming. Where's Nazeebo actually sitting at? 12,000 damage only against heroes. But then again, you look towards the siege damage and it's a very different picture. The entire time, Galaxy has been focusing on siege damage so that he gets the stacks together too. In this case, though, he moved out a little bit too far. I mean, sorry, but that Witch Doctor is not gonna make it. No. That was the wrong step forward. Ice block or no ice block, I don't really care. You're just delaying the inevitable, my friend. Down he goes, 137 stacks, but that can't save you. Both of the teams now on level 13. And, as you might have already noticed, we nearly have Hazorps completing his level 4 talent for the extra armor on himself and Misha. And in addition to that, we also are looking at Gul'dan with 36 stacks, so he is only 4 out of completing his level 1 quest too. So now an opportunity to actually fight for the top, despite the fact that they still don't have the fountain here, which is obviously the big downside. Death Knight is taking over. They hold the healing beacon too, so there's definitely a few advantages that Germany has right now. Tai is still down here at the bottom. In comes Rexa against Mal'Ganis, and that's Rexa down. Rexa down, Misha down, Ultralisk takes a lot of damage. Brad Bucket wants the stun, doesn't quite get it. Good move by Ultralisk. And in the meantime, Johanna sits topside and says, like, guys, you do your thing. I'm just gonna sit here on the point and take that for as long as I can. And there we have the aggression against Death Knight, and... and that's a kill. Yep, healing beacon is out, that's a kill, and we have a fort eliminated. Boys and girls, UK, they are crushing. They have such a weird history in this tournament. We looked at them honestly from the beginning and said, okay, this is a really strong team. Then they completely shit the bed against their first few opponents and lost map after map. Finally got their act together. I think it was against the Ukraine where they managed to get a 2-1 victory. And now against Germany, the leader in the group, they are absolutely crushing. So it seems like they finally were able to... yeah, just, I honestly, I don't know, stabilize a little bit, I guess, and find their rhythm. Beforehand, that seemed to be a problem, but this is looking way, way better for them now. And, well, it's 16 on the talent count, now against 13, so that gives another big advantage to the team in red, as we have Mac the Kid on the point. Seems like Germany still wants to see if they can fight over this one, but chances of that happening are slim to none. Honestly, if they can get a kill with the Horrify, that's a different story, and they might just be able to push that out. And yes, they do. Ah, nice. There's the German efficiency right there. Look at that little trickster here. Ultralisk still alive. 16 versus 16 now. Nazeebo's at 170 stacks, by the way. Yeah, he is murdering that trade. He is absolutely murdering that baseline at this point. But that kill was an important one. And if they take this, then yes, there's another healing beacon for the German team. But oh my god. Rexa is down. He is dead. Gets kicked around. But oh my god, a triple connect from Blaze. Nazeebo's at the bot lane. He doesn't give a shit. He just takes another fort down. And up to the top. Bread Bucket is most likely going to get dropped, so that's a good kill for Germany. But Nazeebo gets the mad value at the bottom of the map and takes the fort down, and he's actually starting to walk towards the keep. And at the top, we are seeing Gul'dan getting eliminated. That's not even a great trade for Germany. There's grenades falling all over the place, but Germany hasn't even secured a protector yet. And in the meantime, Nazeebo is still sitting at the bottom and is just getting one damage point after another. And Tai is wrecking the Germans at the top with one reset and one calamity after the next. Takes down, first of all, Junkrat, and then Ana goes down too. They're going to get the protector. And in addition to that, Nazeebo is just crapping all over the bot lane, taking down the entire gate. I mean, what the hell is going on here? Germany is getting dumpstered on by the UK. That's actually a bit brutal to watch. 4 kills to 9, and right now it seems like the protector doesn't even know what to attack first. The sitting tight and saying like, guys, are we going bot lane? Are we going top lane? Which keep do we want to drop first? So, I don't know. And they're already moving in. 200 stacks for the Nazeebo! We have 200 stacks on that little bastard. Can you imagine the damage output after level 20 with the Val Infection now? I mean, he's already sitting at 160 siege damage. He hasn't really contributed a lot of hero damage so far, but he didn't really have to. I mean, it's all about prepping for level 20 for him. And the siege damage alone was incredibly successful. So now they're going for an easy keep. That keep is down, and that is going to give them continuous pressure to the bottom of the map. And guys are going for kills on top of that too. They're going for Death Knight, and they're going to get that kill, aren't they? Well, they barely miss out on it. What a setup. UK is dropping it. And the Germans, they are not looking good in this series. 3 deaths on the front line. Half a level away from the UK before they get the Storm Talons. And that brings Nazeebo into his final form. He's gonna turn full Super Saiyan with this one. And it's gonna be rough. Let's face it. I mean, just look at the kill count alone. It's more than double for the UK what we have for Germany here. I mean, again, if the UK makes it, then Ukraine is out of the tournament. And the UK would make it into the next round, into the playoffs. And there's a level 20 for them now. Yep, level 20 is in. And here we go. First of all, we have Tal Rushers. We're seeing the Seeker Swarm. And here comes the Astral Communion. Boom. I'm just waiting for the pick on Nazeebo, honestly. Vile Infection should be the play here, unless he really wants to go for the Ravenous Spirit upgrade, but of course not. There it is. Vile Infection is in, and welcome to the damage, bro. So at this point he's sitting at 22,000 and Li Ming is sitting at 60,000 damage. Unless he still focuses onto simply lane experience and onto the damage against the minions. Let's see how much he can actually drop at this point. Yeah, poor Misha. Not having a lot of fun against those spiders. I can tell you that much. Where's actually the hit points for Galaxy? He's at 5,800 hit points at this point. 5,800. On the other side, he has more hit points than Mal'Ganis. Galaxy already has more hit points than Mal'Ganis. Let's look at Blaze. He's on 6,300, so he's still the top tank. Where's the ice block when you need it? Okay, there we go. They need to save his ass, though. And can they? There's the bunker, and he barely survives. Riptire still waiting for him, though. And there's the kill. Nazeebo finishes his quest, and it's immediately time to feed. But he's not the only one dying. Junkrat is dying, too. There's the Astral Communion. Still no level 20 for the Germans. But they get the kill against Mal'Ganis. All of a sudden, the German team is apparently remembering how to play Heroes of the Storm. But it might be a little bit too late, because they lost now not only the keep at the bottom of the map, but the one at the top too. But they at least get their level 20. They have level 20 abilities now themselves. Maybe that's a bit of a game changer. For Jojo, the Indestructible. Also with Cannonball now in play. Kill Command, plus Nano Infusion, and the Haunt for Gul'dan. But is that gonna be enough? That's the big question that we have to answer now. It's all about the fight at the bottom of the map. If you lose out on the third Protector, then it's lights out for Germany. 6 kills against 11. And let's see. 27,000 damage for Nazeebo. The Witch Doctor went down immediately after he completed the quest and got level 20. Still out for the count, but here comes the push down to the bottom of the map. And obviously the catapult pressure topside is going to be a problem eventually for the Germans, so we could even see... I guess we could see Junkrat moving towards the top and take a few of those down. But Nazeebo... Backdoor Nazeebo, ladies and gentlemen! He's like, I don't have to go for that fight. I can just backdoor the shit out of that. So he's waiting for the minion wave, and at that point he just says like, alright, screw it, I'm going in. The bottom fight has already started, and is anybody moving away? Not so far. Nick actually has to be cautious, but I don't think they really caught that just yet. So Hazu is realizing what's going on. Can they interrupt him? Yes, he actually gets slowed down, and Galaxy is sitting at the top. 2 catapults are moving in. Already dropped a couple of spiders here, and he's dropping even more. Junkrat is on the way, but Nazeebo is just getting the damage in. And guys, he's just crushing this. He's crushing that core. The core is down to 80% already. There's the Ravenous Spirit. 76% as Galaxy is dropping another wave. And at the bottom of the map, yes, the Germans were able to take the Protector, but that is not over yet, because that core is falling. It's falling fast. 66% at this point. Ultralisk against Galaxy. Bottom fight as the Protector is used for the defense, but Nazeebo is saying like, boys, I don't care. I'm gonna drop this thing by myself if nobody else is trying to stop me. He's sitting, he has the quad 80 at 50%. 50%, and finally he goes down. 39%, and they're just going for it, and this should be the end of it. The UK, they drop Germany. They win the series. A 2-0 victory for them as Germany goes down in flames and the UK advances to the next round of the tournament. GG and well played. Hey guys, thanks for watching today's video, and I hope that you enjoyed the match and the commentary. The remaining time of the video has been added to protect against spoilers caused by the length of the video itself. But please keep in mind, though, that this does not only mean more work for me, but also has a negative impact on the popularity of the videos and the channel because of YouTube's algorithms. It would be greatly appreciated if you'd consider supporting the channel and help me to continue the daily esports coverage by clicking the join button below the video or supporting me through the Patreon page linked in the video description. Thanks a lot for the support, and see you guys next time.